This is a question from Aisha. She says, can you please explain what body hair can both males and females remove? So we have hairs on our bodies that we are prohibited from removing. And we have hairs on our bodies that we are obliged to remove. And the third category is the hair that we are not told to remove nor ordered to keep. So it is permissible for you to do whatever you want with that. For a man, it is a must that he does not remove his beard and not to come in contact or touch, pluck, cut, or shave his eyebrows. So this is okay, understood. There's no problem in that. The Prophet ﷺ has forbidden us from shaving the beards, and he told us to go against the Jews, the Christians, and the fire worshippers, and to keep it, to honor it, to grow it, etc. Now, the women don't have beards, actually, but if they do, they are obliged to remove it because they are not allowed to imitate men, as men are not allowed to imitate women by shaving it. Women are also prohibited from plucking their eyebrows, and there is an authentic hadith in Bukhari and Muslim, narrated by Abdullah bin Mas'ud, may Allah be pleased with him, who said that the Prophet had cursed, alayhi salatu wasalam, the women who pluck their eyebrows and those who it is done for them. Okay, this is haram for women. What is obligatory to remove? Well, for men and for women, they're obliged to pluck the armpit hair and to shave the pubic hair. And this is part of the 10 characteristics of fitrah, of nature, which was reported by Mother Aisha. Anas ibn Malik stated that the Prophet ﷺ told us, ordered us to remove these and not to exceed 40 days. Now, having said that, you can shave the armpit if you wish. You don't have to wax it, you don't have to pluck it. And you could do the same with the pubic hair if you wish, and this is up to you, but you have to remove it totally. The rest of the hair is permissible. So for women, they can remove the hair on their arms, on their legs, no problem. Of course, they can't remove the hair on their head. They cannot shave. This is totally prohibited. For men, it's the same thing. They can remove the hair on the arms, on the legs, on the chest, and if they want, they can shave or trim the hair on their heads, and Allah knows best. Now, our question is focused on the issue of intimacy. A couple, a man and his wife, they flirt with one another. They play with one another, but they don't have actual intercourse. They do not have the actual penetration. They're just kissing, hugging, etc. So, do they have to perform ghusl? The answer is no, because ghusl can be obligatory providing one of two takes place. Either the penetration, which is known as intercourse, or ejaculation of many, of semen. So if a person ejaculates, man or woman, while intimacy or alone or nocturnal emission or whatever, as long as there is ejaculation, ghusl becomes mandatory. He cannot pray, she cannot pray, or read or touch the Quran or read the Quran. They have to have their major ritual bath or ghusl. Other than that, The answer is no problem. So kissing and hugging without intercourse, without ejaculation, does not require ghusl. However, if there resulted out of that prostatic fluid, which is natural, known as madhi, in this case, they have to wash the affected area and their private parts and to perform wudu, but not ghusl. And I hope this answers the question.